Welcome, welcome, welcome to our practical session. In this session, we are going to talk about, we are now going to do a simple about page for yourself. So we are going to start. So I'm going to show you the basics of how to set up your HTML page. In class, I would have said this more in detail, but this is just for you to be shown some stuff in case you wanted to review your code that we did in class. Okay, so let's start. So as you know, we hit shift +1 in order to get the HTML setup. Then we change the title to my personal essay. And always remember, as we said in class, we need to link our style sheets. But I have an autocomplete extension for my VS Code, so that's why it's coming out like this. But you need to type everything yourself so that you're able to understand it. So since we already talked about what links and tags are in class, I hope you understand the link elements, the tags, and the attributes that are inside the tags. Now, as you know, our body is what is going to contain the content of our web page. So now let's start. We're going to start by making a div. And we're going to assign it a class so that our CSS should be easier to make. So we're going to call this a container so that our HTML is going to be neat. As you can see, I have my own autocomplete function here, but again, I'm advising you not to use this. Now we'll close this. Okay. Now H1, the title. So my personal essay. Now we are going to make another div class, but this one is going to be for the content. Now class essay content. Close. Now about me as our second heading. Now we are going to put in the p tag. Again, you know that the p tag doesn't really have any special functions, but it's going to help us organize our items properly. Again, this is my code that I'm using offhead, so what we did in class might have been simpler because I told you to be diverse with what you were doing. But still, let's go on. So we'll start. Hello. Then we open a span. Again, this is unnecessary for our CSS designs and classifications, and we'll call this one placeholder. Again, you can assign your own names. This is just what personally I like to use. Okay, so we are continuing. Um, since I want us to be quick about this, I'm just going to quickly paste everything, then explain the code to you later. Okay, so I'm going to add another. I'm going to add more information. We did your name, so I'm going to add yes. Okay. Next, we'll talk about Sorry, this is supposed to be above this. Hold on. Okay, so now hobbies. So I enjoy span class placeholder hobbies. Everywhere you see a square bracket is where you place your own personal information. So now next is my story. H2 my story. Again, I'm using shortcuts because I just want to give you the basic understanding, but it would be better for you to type everything yourself so that it's going to be easier for you later. Okay. So okay, so now let's save it. Again, we are running this on live server, so let's see how this looks on live server. Let me just remove this. Okay, so okay, that's how it is. So you see something plain, something simple for Ishimo. So now let's move to our CSS script. For the start, I already did it ahead of time, so now we just look at this. So now, as I explained in class, the margin and padding is what we are going to use to determine the dimensions of the text boxes, among others. The space, basically the spacing around the text or the spacing around our inputs. You can check this using the inspect feature in our browser. I hope you can see. So each of them has a specific way you can. Yeah, so that's it basically. So we have font family, line height, color, background color, and padding. When we link the HTML and CSS, you see everything perfectly. And as you know, for our classes, the classes were helping us with our HTML design. So you can see dots container. Anytime you are calling a class to edit in CSS, you always put dots before the class name you put. I say you can use any name you want, but remember to put a dot first. So this is it. So the container is the box that we'll see. After I link it, then we'll see everything. Then we have the placeholder. Basically, I made it some kind of shadowy thing so that it will be just decent. Then heading, align center and everything. Okay. So now let's link it back. Okay. We've linked it back. Okay. So now this is it. This is